Hello and welcome back to Cutleaf. My name is Scott and I run my own production company in the southwest of England. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to open your print photography business on Etsy. So there's going to be three parts to this video. The first one's going to be the three basic things that you need before we get started. Then the next thing's going to be how to upload a listing. And then finally, I'm going to talk about the tips and tricks that I've found by opening my own store that I'm going to give to you to make your business look as professional as possible. Now the first thing that we're going to need before we get started is a business name. A business name gives us an identity. It allows customers to find us a lot easier on Facebook, Etsy, your website, as opposed to just Scott Roberts. They'll be like, who done your print? And they'll be like, oh, it was Cutleaf Productions. It's a lot easier to type that in rather than find 1,000 Scott Roberts out there who have their own store. The next step is fairly simple. It's to have a business email address when you open your store. Having a business email address just allows you to separate that personal life to your business life. And last but not least, do your research before you start selling. So you're going to want to know how much the prints cost you to buy, how long they take to get to you, how you're going to package them, how you're going to price them, etc. It's much better to be prepared rather than having an influx of orders come through and you not having a clue where to start. Know how you're going to go about the process, how much you're going to put on the delivery, how long it's going to take. The more the customer knows, the more you've got your back covered. So they're the three basic steps to get started. Have a business name, have a business email address, and do your research. Okay, so the next part of the video, I'm going to show you how to open your shop and upload a listing. So the first thing you're going to want to do is open up Etsy on your web browser, click sign in, and then you want to click register. Now at the start, I did mention you should have a business email address. So if you have got one, put that in. If not, just use your normal personal for now, or as you can see down here, you can use Google, Facebook, or your Apple ID. So I'm going to go ahead and use a new email address, put your name in and a password. There we go. So once you click register, it'll take you back to this screen. Go ahead, up the top right hand corner, click you and click view your profile. As you can see here, nothing's really happening. We've just got favorite items, favorite shops, but nothing will be here yet because we've just opened the account. So to upload, go ahead, click you up the top right and go on to sell on Etsy. Now this will take you to this page. Don't worry about this, we'll ignore it for now. We want to scroll down and just click open your Etsy shop. It will take you to shop preferences. Now we'll go for English, unless you're German or Spanish, use that. We'll go for the British pound because that's the currency we're using. And then which of these describes you best? So if you want to have it as a full-time job, don't do that just yet. You want to go probably I sell part-time, and that's how I like it because that's how we're going to start out. Go ahead and click save and continue. And now this is where the business name comes into play. We need to name our shop. So say if I was called Leaf Cut Productions instead of Cut Leaf, I know, original. That'll bring us to being available, which I assume it would be. And now we click save and continue. And it'll take you to stock your shop. Now this is when we upload our first listing. Go ahead, click add a listing. Okay, now this bit can be quite scary to some people, but it is really straightforward. And I'll show you how I upload a listing. It could be different for you, but this is how I do it. So when you add your photo, I think you're gonna want more than one. You wanna show people what the print's gonna look like framed. You wanna give them an idea of what it'll look like in their home. So if I just go to the desktop, I've got some ready here. You can't upload the original file size for print as the image res will be too high. So you want to export it as a lower file in order to have it as a thumbnail. So if I click this one here, which I've already done, and then I've also got a couple of framed images as well, which I'll show you how to do in a second. So let's go for those just there. So then I've got three pictures. I've got one normal lower res picture. I have it framed, and then I've got it framed in a room to give you an idea of what it'll look like in its surroundings. And then you can adjust the thumbnail as well. So let's go there. Now you can add a video as well, but that's not something I'm really interested in doing. Might suit you though. Now the title of the print, we want to name the location of the place, as it makes it easier to find when it comes to people typing in, you know, Torbay print or Devon print. So we're going to call it Brixham Marina Sunset. Exactly what it says on the tin. There we go. About the listing, who made it? I did. What is it? A finished product, and I made it 20 to 2021. Category, we want to do wall hanging. Go ahead and click that. Scroll down, primary color, we're going to go for like an orange, and second color we'll go for blue. Now the craft, I always choose printmaking and printing and photography. Now we're going to select the room that we think this print will suit most. So I'm going to click bathroom, bedroom, entryway, living room, and probably look nice in a kitchen and dining room as well. The style is Art Deco. It's going to be unframed unless you offer framed options. Ignore all this, I don't really fill it out, don't find it necessary. Renewal options, so every time a print sells, it'll automatically renew. We want that to happen, so go ahead and leave it on automatic. Now the type of item that the customer is purchasing is going to be a physical file, unless you want to sell digital file instead, but I always sell physical, so I'm going to go ahead and leave that. Now the description part of the listing is very important. It allows the customer to have a read through and get an idea of what it is they're receiving and the quality of the product as well. What I always do, which I find really handy, if I just open up another Etsy and I'll just type in my actual shop name. There we go, that'll open up. So this is my shop at the moment. So I'll go ahead, click on one of mine, and I'll just copy and paste everything that I've written. It's short, it's sweet, it's to the point, it's not a lengthy read, it just lets them know what they're getting. So go ahead, click copy there, paste that in. Let them know it's for a physical print, let them know the options that they have for the sizes, the finish options, the details of the print. Make sure you tell them there'll be no watermark, and also let them know how it's going to be packaged as well. That's all you need to add really. When it comes to tags, we want to put everything related to the area. Anything that you think the customer is going to type into the Etsy search bar, put it as your tag. The materials, I just sort of tend to leave that blank. Now the price of the items. So the box standard price for an A4 is £25 for me. Quantity, we'll put 20 available. And we'll leave the S. Now the variations is the most important part to your listing. So we're going to go ahead, click add variations and choose a variation type. I like to scroll down, click create a new variation, and I call this one size. Now the prices vary for each size, so make sure you tick that little box and then start naming your options. So A4 print, A3 print, A2 print. They're the options I have available. Go ahead and choose another add a variation, create a new, and then you want to go ahead and type in finish. So this gives them the options. So we got metallic, gloss, luster, and velvet. Now metallic and velvet do cost me a little bit more to buy, so I can click prices vary for each finish, and I am going to do that down the line, but I've just left it blank for now, just to save on time with my other work. So go ahead, click save and continue. This will open up. So we want to reprice these now. We want to go for A4 25, A3 I charge 35, A2 I charge 50. And then as we scroll down, we get the delivery options. So dispatch origin, we choose United Kingdom. I always choose 3 to 5 business days to give myself enough time to package and send out to the customer. I think if you give yourself, 1 business day or 1 to 2, you're going to put yourself under a lot of pressure, and the customer's going to expect it then, and that's just bad service. So give yourself enough time to send the prints to the customer. What are we going to use? Royal Mail, first class, free delivery, I tend to choose. And then you can add upgrades, but I tend to leave that blank as well. So there we have it. We've got our 3 photos, no video. We've got our title, about it, the category it's in, the craft, the room it's gonna look nice in. Then we've got scrolling down to the description, tags, prices, and delivery. Once you've done that and you're happy with it, go ahead and click save and continue. And then that's the first one done. You can add more, but if you just want to get your shop up and running and add one print only, just scroll down and click save and continue. Now for the tax purposes, you need to put down what you are, if you're a registered legal entity or if you're a sole trader. And I just leave mine on individual or sole trader there. And then you just need to tell them a little bit about yourself. I'm not going to fill this bit out, but you get the point. You fill all your bank details out, so it shows you how to get your funds, and then you can click save and continue. I think you have to give them some ID as well to show them you are who you are, but then your store's open. So that's the second part of the video done. That's how I upload my listings. It might not work for you, it might do. You can copy me, or you can use something that will work for you. So the final part of the video, I'm going to talk about the tips and tricks that I've learned along my way over the last 6 months of selling. So this is what my shop looks like on Etsy. As you can see here, I've had 337 sales since July, late July last year, so like the last sort of 6-7 months now. On top of that, I've also had orders come through on my Facebook and email address as well. So I think I'm probably around 400 sales at the moment. If I scroll down, you can get a good look of what it looks like. I've got some featured items up here. I've got all my reviews, really important, just there. The tip number one is to have at least 3 photos per listing. So what you want, as you can see, if I click on that one, I've got the initial framed image, what it looks like in a frame. Then they can see the image itself, and then I've got another framed one in a surrounding to give them an idea and a feel of what it looked like in a room. And then I've also got text additions as well, just there. Now the way we're going to frame these photos, I don't do it via an app. I just literally, if I just open this one up here, all I do is go onto Etsy and I find other people's framed photos, save the image, and then put mine over the top. A little bit cheeky, but it's as simple as that. So once I've opened the image up in Photoshop, I hit Command J and I just find the image that I want to use. So let's go to my shop and let's put, I don't know, a harbour shot in, and then I just sort of crop it down. Place it in there and enlarge it. Distorts it a little bit, but I've never found it an issue. And then put that in there and then export it. It's as simple as that. So that's tip number one. Upload several images to your listing to give the customer an idea of what it looks like in a frame. Okay, tip number two is to have a banner photo and have a profile picture. You want to give the customers a feel for the shop when they go on the website. So this is my friend's shop as well. As you can see, his banner photo is great and he's got a brilliant profile picture as well. Since August last year, he's had 1,445 sales. I'll cover that in another video once I talk with him, if he allows me to have a little Zoom talk and just talk about how he's gone about things as well. So that's what you want your shop to sort of look like when a customer goes onto it. You want that banner photo and you want that profile picture. Okay, the next step is that some people like to know who they're buying from, so they like to have a backstory. If we scroll down, it's got the about section, so I like to give them a little bit about me, what I've done, where I'm from, how I got into photography, and some people just like that. They like to connect with the artist that they're buying from. So far we've had upload 3 pictures, have a banner photo, have a profile picture, have a story, and last but not least is to be patient. As soon as you upload your listings and follow these steps, I'm not saying you're going to get 300 sales come through in the month. I mean, you can do depending on how you market yourself, but a lot of these things take time, and you need to establish yourself before anything. So get your photos, make them look good, upload as many listings as you can, give them some information, and just make your shop look interesting to the customer. What would you like to see if you were looking at your own shop? How would you buy your own prints? You need to think like the customer. And I think that's pretty much it. I think I've covered everything I wanted to in this video. So the next video is going to be marketing your prints. I would have put it in this video, but I wanted to just leave us with the basics first, so you can get started. And then once you've uploaded everything, the new video should be out on how to market yourself as well to get more sales. But yeah, so that's it for this video. Thanks for being patient. I hope this one helps. Get started, get out there, start uploading your stuff. Like I said, the next one's marketing your prints. So yeah, I hope you liked the video and I hope you found it useful. If you did like it, please give it a big thumbs up, hit that sub button below, and I'll see you soon.